All of that is founded on an understanding of what is true, what is real. Okay. And this is why, if you read things like 1984, you'll understand why everybody wanted to reframe the way we looked at things. Why, instead of calling it the Ministry of War, they changed it to the Ministry of Peace. Right. If you reshape the way people look at the world, if you slightly skew certain things,
Mhm.
you can slowly take control of those people. You can manipulate them to accept certain things that they otherwise wouldn't accept. Every time the Ministry of War would get involved in something, it would kind of evoke a response in you, a visceral response of, is this okay? Should I be worried? But if they want you to sit down and just be a dumb consumer, okay, a useless eater,
Mhm.
what they're going to do is they're going to call it the Ministry of Peace. And suddenly, every time you see the Ministry of Peace being spoken about in the news, you're not going to get that same reaction. You're going to be placid. You're going to be a
Yeah, no, I get exactly what you're
yeah.
saying.
You're going to be a
Alan,
dormant.
I love that.
Alan,
It's like my
Alan,
favorite
really,
book.
really quickly. This is a good question for Speakeasy. Alan, what incentives does Google have to give you information that's against their worldviews? What incentives do they have?
No. That's not what I'm saying.
I know that, but like, do you understand?
Yes, I
I can
understand
answer
why
Alan's
Google would want
question
me to find things that
in
go.
rule.
I understand why Google would want that, but why would everybody involved with this situation? What would their intrinsic motivation to be?
I
To
can-
cover
I can
Because
answer
when
Okay,
you
let's
can,
go.
when
Hold
you
on,
can
hold on.
reshape-
Damon.
this specific. Okay, listen. Sorry, let me give me 2 seconds. You mentioned this as an action. You mentioned this an example in your your opening arguments, your opening statements in that debate. You mentioned this as an example of feminism taking over and changing the way that we think about things. What would be the intrinsic incentive of all of these individuals to do this? You don't think
All right,
that at least a couple of them would come forward?
So let's go with Cleaner here. Cleaner, can you answer the question directly here?
Yeah,
He's-
please, because I
Yeah.
really.
I'll go first question and then second question. The first question you asked, why would Google do this, right? What's their end item? There is not an
No,
end
not Google,
item.
not Google, not Google taking away the
Everyone.
search results.
Everyone.
What would
Everyone.
the hundreds of people that saw this and didn't say anything? Why would they do that?
Okay. First, you have to have an understand of how to affect an entire society via brainwashing.